But franchisees offered more than just money to get Coke's bottling empire off the ground. They also provided important political and social capital that helped make Coke a respected brand in places far removed from the company's Atlanta headquarters. Consider the story of Georgia's third bottling franchisee, Columbus Roberts, who first began selling Coke in Columbus, Georgia in 1901. Roberts was the son of a tenant farmer from a small town just outside Columbus, a native son of southwest Georgia attuned to the parochial peculiarities of the region. He was a man about town, president of the local chapter of the YMCA and the Kiwanis Club, deacon at the First Baptist Church, and a member of the City Water Board. Every Sunday he could be found in church, and his contributions to the offering were always generous. He would spend more than $2.5 million over his lifetime supporting community causes in southwest Georgia, and was even credited with saving the Baptist Mercer University from going bankrupt. Considering his place in Columbus society, when Roberts said Coca-Cola was the thing to drink, people listened. Starting with just one mule-drawn cart in 1901, he quickly convinced businesses around the city to sell bottles of Coca-Cola, bringing in enough sales in just his third year of operation to make over $17,000 in profits. For decades to come, the Roberts family remained the face of Coke in Columbus. They got rich, making Coke rich. The Roberts family was not alone. There were the Sams of Athens, Georgia, the Harrisons of Greensboro, North Carolina, the Biedenhards of Mississippi, and many others, all of whom offered their family name to the Coke brand. It was their friendly smile and handshake, their local goodwill, that offered Coke its most effective advertising in towns across America. Coke became popular in part because popular people pitched the product. In the years ahead, Coke would lean on these small-town allies to fight a never-ending barrage of attacks from critics claiming that Coke was harmful to human health. It was Coke's bottlers, respected members of the local community, who would silence the critics and convince people that drinking Coca-Cola led to happiness and fun. This was not charity work. Parent bottlers, local bottlers, and the retailers they served had a material interest in upping Coca-Cola sales because, from top to bottom, selling Coke generated profits. Like a toy that expands in water, Coke's syrup's value ballooned at each step in the distribution network. The system worked like this. Between 1901 and 1914, Coca-Cola sold syrup to Whitehead's and Thomas's parent bottling operations for about $1 a gallon. Considering the fact that the ingredients in a gallon of syrup cost around 60 cents, Coke made profits on these sales, but parent bottlers made money too. This was because, even though they purchased Coke syrup, they never took on the responsibility of shipping it to actual bottlers. By 1903, both Whitehead and Thomas sold their bottling plant facilities and focused on managing actual bottlers. They required their franchisees to pay a 6-cent royalty on every case they brought to market, a fee they justified for having brought the franchisee into the Coke family. This meant the parent bottlers made about 30 cents on every gallon Coca-Cola sold just because they owned the rights to the syrup under the original 1899 contract. By 1914, the parent bottlers had accumulated millions in profits. But the golden stream did not end there. Local bottlers receiving syrup at markup prices then diluted the concentrated mixture to make finished beverages in an 8-to-1 ratio, water to syrup. On average, they could sell Coke to retailers for about 80 cents a case, 24 bottles, which meant they were selling a gallon of syrup costing roughly $1.20 for over $4. Yes, these bottlers had substantial overhead costs, but with modest increases in volume sales, it was not uncommon for them to see substantial profits in a few short years.